morning, students. I am Mrs. Epsi Ezekiel, your new social science teacher. How are you all, children? I hope and believe you are all doing good and well. Be safe at home, and I am praying for you all, children. Okay, for our fourth session, already 3 session over by Miss Lohanagi, and this is 4th session. I am going to teach you Geography Unit 2. The topic entitled as Landforms of the Earth. Geography Unit 2, Landforms of the Earth. We'll see some of the brief of this lesson. It goes like this: first introduction, and then we are going to see about the mountains. Below the mountains we are going to see fold mountains. Below the fold mountains we are going to see young fold mountains and old fold mountains, and then about block mountains, and in between two block mountains we are going to see about the rift valleys, and after that we are going to see the volcanic mountains and then importance of the mountains. And below mountains you are going to learn about the plateaus. What is plateaus and what subdivision comes under the plateaus? About continental plateaus, intermontane plateaus, lava plateaus, then importance of plateaus. And then we are going to see about the plains. Below the topic plains we are going to see some of the divisions, that is structural plains, erosional plains, depositional plains, and some of the importance of the plains. And then we are going to see the summary of this lesson. Now let's go inside the lesson, children. Be attentive, children, on the online class. Landforms are the physical features on the earth's surface. Mountains, plateaus and plains are some major landforms of the earth. Natural process such as weathering, water, elevation, sinking and erosion of the soil are constantly shaping the earth's surface. The variation on the earth's surface are known as relief features or landforms. The landforms have been created and developed by two types of forces. They are endogenic forces and exogenic forces. Now let's see what is endogenic forces. The horizontal and vertical movements caused by the forces coming from the origin of the earth is known as endogenic forces. The origin of endogenic force is caused by the contraction and expansion of rocks due to variation in thermal conditions and temperature inside the earth. Next we'll see about the exogenic forces. What is exogenic forces? This refers to external process and phenomena that occur on or above the surface of the earth. Comet and meteoroid impacts, the tidal force of the moon and the radiation from the sun are all exogenic. Weathering effects and erosion are also exogenic forces. Now we are going to see what is mountains. Okay, children, what is mountain? Listen carefully, children. Mountains are the huge land masses which rise more than 900 meters above the mean sea level. What is mountains? Mountains are huge land masses which rise more than 900 meters above the mean sea level. About half of the mountain surface should have steep slopes. The mountains are the highest landforms. On the basis of their origin, mountains are generally classified into the following types, into three types, that is fold mountains, block mountains and volcanic mountains. Here is a picture of map. I have shown you the map of the mountain. See there, red lines are there and number 1 to 30 is given. Don't be confused. These are the mountain places. We have to see and know what all the mountains should be marked in number 1, number 2. Go on. This just going on till number 30. You have to know exactly where which mountain should come in which number. Now I am not going to say you in detail. I will give some of the mountain names when I am giving assignment, and I will ask you to mark to 10 to 15 mountains in this map clearly. For one or two we will see. Number 4, which is number 4, what mountain will come there? Rocky Mountain will come in number 4. Then number 20, what mountain will come there? Ural mountains will come. Then the Himalayas, where is the Himalayas? Number 23, you have to mark the Himalayas. Don't worry children, the map, the mountain will be clearly given to you when I give you the assignment. Now we are going to see what is fold mountains. Can you see the picture children? See, like waves it is folded, and clearly we can, if you understand that, just if you listen on the online what I am telling, you can write it on your own itself. What is fold mountain? The fold mountains are formed due to folding of rock strata. Folding occurs when two horizontal forces act towards a common plane from opposite direction. This creates wave-like bends called folds. See in the picture, can you see wave-like? Have you been to the beach? See in the beach you can see the waves, it come like this only. See the mountain also, this fold mountains looks like waves. This folds, this wave-like bends are called folds. Most of the mountain ranges in the world, such as the Himalayas, the Andes, the Aravalli and the Appalachian, or fold mountains. The fold mountains have the following characteristics. These fold mountains have some characteristics. We'll see what are the characteristics these fold mountains have. These are the youngest mountains on the earth. Most of them have been formed from the sedimentary rocks. Their length is much more than their width. They are odd shaped. On the basis of their time of origin, the fold mountains are classified into two types. What are the two types? Young fold mountains and then old fold mountains. We'll see what is young fold mountains. See, there are small mountains. Can you see in the picture? We'll see what is this. The fold mountains that have formed recently are called young fold mountains. These mountains are very high, have steep slopes and conical peaks. The Himalayas, the Rockies, the Andes, the Atlas, the Alps and the Great Dividing Range are examples of young fold mountains. Then we'll see the old fold mountains. What are old fold mountains? You can see the picture itself, it looks like old. It is an old fold mountains. The fold mountains that have formed much earlier are called old fold mountains. These mountains are low, have gradual slopes and rounded peaks. The Aravalli, the Ural and the Appalachian are examples of this old fold mountains. Now we have the block mountains. See children, have you see the picture here? The mountain itself look like block in the formation. So this is called block formation mountains, block mountains. The block mountains are formed due to faulting in the earth's crust. The faults develop in the earth's crust due to horizontal tensional forces. The faults break the crust into blocks. The block mountains are formed in the following ways, such as what are the ways it forms? When the block between two faults is raised above the surrounding level. When two blocks on either side of the faults subside below the surrounding level. When the block between two faults subsides below the surroundings level. The block mountains are characterized by flat tops and steep slopes. Next we are going to see the rift valleys. What is rift valleys? We saw about the mountains, no? The two more block mountains, in between there will be a valley flowing, that is called rift valley. The two blocks in between the water flows, that valley is called as rift valley. Rift valleys are the form due to faulting. These are long and narrow draughts formed by the vertical and horizontal movements in the earth's crust. Rift valleys are formed in the following ways. What are the ways? The subsidence of the block between two faults. The upliftment of two blocks on either side of the faults. Rift valleys are also called Grabens in German. A graben means a drought-like depression. Usually the rift valleys are long, narrow and very deep. They are usually bounded by block mountains. Next we are going to see about the volcanic mountains. What are volcanic mountains? The formation of volcanic mountains is associated with volcanic activity. When a volcano erupts, lava is thrown out with great force. This lava accumulates around the vent of the volcano and forms a tall cone-shaped mountain known as volcanic mountain. The important volcanic mountains in the world are the Etna and the Vesuvius in Italy, the Kilimanjaro in Africa, the Fujiyama in Japan, the Cotopaxi in South America, the Krakatoa in Indonesia and the Rainier in the USA. This is all about volcanic mountains. Now we are going to see some of the importance of the mountains. We have seen so many mountains, no? So what all the importance of these mountains we are going to see. The mountains are useful in the following ways. What are the ways these mountains are useful? Let us see. They help in the condensation of moisture by forcing the winds to rise. They act as an effective barrier against cold and hot winds. Rivers which originate from the mountains provide water throughout the year. The mountain slopes have rich pasture which are used for cattle and sheep rearing. What is the meaning of pastures? It is a grass covered place of grass covered and also a low plants, not fully grown, short plants grown place and grasses, that is called pastures. The steep slopes provide sites for the building of dams for a generation of hydroelectricity. With cool climate in summer, they serve as tourist and health resorts. Some mountains have rich reserve of minerals. The mountain rocks are widely used as building materials. These are some of the importance of the mountains. Okay children, now we will see what all we saw in the landforms of the earth. First I gave some introduction about the lesson, and we saw the brief of the lesson, and it has endogenic and exogenic forces, and we learnt about mountains, and below mountains we learnt about 3 subdivision: fold mountains, block mountains, and then volcanic mountain. Okay children, below the fold mountains we saw young fold mountains and then old fold mountains, and then we saw about block mountains. In between these 2 block mountains the river, the valley runs, that is called Rift Valley. And then we saw about the volcanic mountains. What are volcanic mountains? And at last we saw about the importance of the mountains. Here children, in this lesson I told you we are going to learn about mountains, plateaus and plains. Okay children, since you have come from 5th standard, please don't feel hard. Okay, I have divided this lesson into 2 parts. This week I taught you about mountain, then coming week I will teach you about the plateaus and so on. Okay children, did you understand clearly this lesson? Okay, next class we are going to see what are plateaus. Okay, what are plateaus? Plateaus are high lands with steep slopes and a flat and large summit area which rise abruptly from the surrounding region. Thus plateaus are also called tablelands. Okay, plateaus are also called as tableland. Next week we will see about this plateaus. I think you would have understood this mountain clearly. Okay children, already I showed you the map of the mountain. This week assignment is about this mountain. Now you don't be tense. I will give you this mountain as assignment number 2 with the names I will be giving, and you have to mark any 10 to 15 mountains in this map. I think you all understood. Just go through the online class. If you are not understanding, just you can rewind again and again, you can see and understand. Okay children, see you in the next class. Thank you.